Hello everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to beat the Spear of Adun mission on brutal difficulty. I'm not going to be showing you how to get the normal mode achievements this time because this mission is ridiculously hard. I'm sure someone can beat it with the normal mode achievements at the same time. And I'm sure if I spent a little bit more time I could probably get them. But this guy's pretty difficult, and you'll see towards the end that I have to pull a trick in order to actually beat this guy in brutal difficulty. But follow my strategy and you should be able to beat this on brutal.
You can warp in a pylon using the spear.
So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is going to get this gateway down here, this warp gate. There's some mineral patches down here as well.
If they become damaged,
I'm going to use my deploy pylon skill to get that guy.
These defenses will indeed be vital to our evacuation, but our first priority must be to clear the power cells of creep.
And what you're going to want to do is either build a lot of zealots and stalkers or build a lot of defenses. I found for this mission the best way to beat on brutal is just to get a lot of units from the start. So mass a big ball of units. If you make a lot of defenses to protect your base, sure, you're going to be able to stop the armies that are coming for you, but the downside is that once you get further on into this mission, since it's on brutal difficulty, you'll actually run out of minerals because you spend so much money basically, or your resources on minerals that, or you spend so much of your minerals on defenses that you don't have any left to make units, and you will actually run out of the mineral patches and gas that your base provides. And at that point, there's going to be so many units from the enemy coming in to kill your base that you're not going to be able to stop them. And then you're going to be, after what, 25 minutes, you're going to lose this mission on brutal difficulty and be very frustrated. So as you can see what I'm doing right here, I'm just trying to get my stalker to destroy whatever I can. I'm just trying to keep active because right now I'm basically just sitting at my base creating units. So I'm trying to do a little bit at a time. So that's a smart thing for what you guys should do, is create units and then throw out a stalker or two in both directions and try to bait units back to your base so you can kill them. The weaker you make the enemy, the better. Okay, so your first attack is going to be from the right side of your base. And it should be fairly easy. Make sure to micro back your stalker or your zealots when they start taking damage, and make effective use of these shield batteries. I'll try to make use of them throughout this match, but the more of these that you deploy throughout the map, the better, because you can just drag your whole army back to them when they start taking damage and refuel your shields. It's a good way to keep your units alive longer. And as you can see, I have my probes. They're continuing to be created. And that's very important. You want your economy. Main thing that you want to get done is create enough probes to completely saturate your mineral line and your gas. Okay, and then you can see what I just did right there. I put down a shield battery into, what are they called? 2 defenses. Oh, it'll come back to me in a second here. But I'm just doing that on both sides, just so I have a little bit of something.
You have not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. You have not enough.
Okay, I'm creating another warp gate here, or gateway, and then I'm going to turn it into a warp gate. Okay, now you can see that I have over the maximum saturation for the mineral line. So I'm trying to do something with that probe. And I don't need to create any more probes for the mineral line. You don't want to oversaturate it, because then it actually starts, your probes start bouncing into each other and they kind of get ineffective. Oh, and make sure not to supply cap yourself, because I tend to do that frequently. I don't know if any of you guys have seen my co-op mission for Rainer max level, but I am supply capped for about 4 minutes in that video. It's a fun watch. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it. Okay, so now you can see my ball of units is starting to get quite large. And then, now I'm going to get attacked again. And that's the thing you really need to be careful with on this match is, yes, it's good to create a large ball of units, but if you take too long, they're just going to keep on coming at your base, and their armies don't stop coming. I believe they probably have unlimited resources, or they just randomly spawn, and their units get stronger, and there's more of them as time goes by. It's just really hard to beat this mission if you wait for a long time. The best thing you can do is mass up about the size of army at what I have right now, and then move out. And you're going to have to really use your microing skills for this mission. It's very important. Okay, creating another pylon early, just trying to make effective use of my resources. Okay, now I've been really waiting for a long time. Now I think it's about time to get moving out. And you want about an even composition of stalkers and zealots. And make sure to have your zealots in front of your stalkers. Yes, you can blink with your stalkers to micro them away from the enemy, but they are so very weak, especially on brutal difficulty. They just are not going to survive for very long.
Very wise. It shall be as you say. Intriguing.
Okay, here they come. I'm going to want to make sure to stop them right on the ramp here with my zealots. I do not want to get surrounded by the Zerglings. That's how you're going to take the most damage from Zerg units, especially Zerglings and Banelings. If they get the surround on you, you're just getting hit from so many sides at the same time that you're really going to start to lose your units. And once again, I'm creating another gateway. You're going to kind of want to space out your gateways in your base since it's not very big. And if you have units coming from both sides, you're not going to be able to get your army from one side to the other if you have your buildings in the way. And that'll be really annoying. You'll actually start to lose your... You can start to lose your whole base if you have a bad design. So there should be a drop-in after I take out this objective. There's going to be a drop-in from the left side of the map. So I'm going to want to make sure to move my units over there as soon as possible. Every single time you activate one of these power cells, there's going to be some type of attack on your base. And you're going to want to make sure to come back to your base as soon as possible to take care of that attack. So you'll see in a second here that they're going to come with some units. Alright, so you can see I'm spraying out my stalkers.
Wait, what is this? Warp prisms approaching our
Yes, warp prisms. So there's a warp prism on the bottom here. That one's important to take out because that one will go to the center of the map and be protected by other units. So you always want to make sure to at least get that one. The other two don't go very far and you can take them out later, but if you have enough stalkers like I do, if you spread them out evenly like that, you'll just be able to take out all of the warp prisms at the same time.
Cold is the vote. We are one with the shadow.
Okay, spawning in another pylon. That's important to do. You're going to want your units to be as close as possible. Once you go down this staircase, there's going to be an infestor. And that infestor has fungal growth. So you can see my units are balled together here. And I know that infestor's down there, but the problem is trying to move all these units at the same time. So if you can, try to use a couple of your stalkers at the same, or a couple of your zealots, like 3 of those. See all my zealots back there got fungled? But I threw in about 4 or 5 of my zealots to go chase down this infestor. You want to kill that thing as soon as possible because those fungal growths will really get your army killed. You can go from having like 25 units to nothing if you get fungled and surrounded. Now you can see I overextended a little bit and now my base is getting swarmed. As soon as someone attacks or something attacks your base like this, you're going to want to make sure to go back and take care of it right away. You can't afford to lose your base in this match or give away parts of your base. Once you lose some structure, rebuild it right away and then start making units again. But don't over fortify your defenses like I said before. You just don't have the resources for that. Okay, so I'm going to go right back to the same side I was at previously. It's important to just keep on pushing.
I am the heart of dark Europe. State thy bidding. Veraku.
So my army is a little bit smaller than I'd like it to be, but I will get some more units soon. I'm also going to go collect this bonus objective up here, power up the warp gate. That'll definitely help me. I'm going to add that to my hotkey, number 3. I have 6 warp gates that I can warp in units with. Created some more zealots. I want to make sure to try to get those guys in the front. Take out this hydralisk so it doesn't kill my base. And then I'm going to really attempt to make a push here. I need to start actually getting something done rather than holding back. Okay, and then you can see there's an ultralisk here. I should have blinked these stalkers. Always make sure to blink your stalkers as soon as they start losing their shields. It's hard to do, I know, when you're in the midst of all of the action, but your stalkers are just so weak. They really need that blink. Okay, you can see I blinked back my stalkers in bulk there. I could have just done a couple, but I really didn't want them to get surrounded there by the Zerglings. So I think that was a good choice. And then you can see I'm low on zealots, so I'm making sure to replenish just those first. Like I said before, you want a pretty even combo of the two. About half zealots, half stalkers. I have seen some people do this mission on brutal difficulty with just stalkers before, and yeah, you can do that, but I mean, it's just really hard when you get to some of the ultralisks and then there's fungal growths from the infestors. Your units just start to die so fast. You really need something that can kind of tank some damage for you. And you'll see this. You see how there's just a constant train of these Zerglings coming from that base? In the hard, there's an achievement for beating this mission on hard mode. You have to destroy all of the enemy structures on hard difficulty. So I'm going to get to that in one of my next videos. But I think we might actually be able to take care of that constant generation of units attacking my base, or your base, if you actually destroy their structures. But I could be wrong. But anyway, since we're on brutal difficulty and it's way too hard to do that mastery achievement for this playthrough, you're just going to have to deal with that constant stream of units. And the best way to deal with it is to just keep moving forward like I'm doing right now. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to activate this power cell, but what I'm going to do is take down a bunch of its health and then leave only like 1 or 2 units to finish it off. Take the rest of my units back to my base, because there's going to be an attack on my base once this thing gets activated, like I said previously. Like this, you can see this constant spamming of units that just keep on attacking you. It's just terrible. You can see it's so hard for me to keep my army strong. I keep on warping in more units, but it's hard to keep up. What I really should do right now is create a lot more units. I have 1,200 minerals and 2,700 gas. I should make better, more effective use of that. And then I made a really poor move right there. I moved my stalkers right through the main part of their army. But I should be able to survive this just fine. I've got a shield, I've got a couple shield batteries replenishing my stalkers here. So I'm in one of the strongest positions that I can be in right now. Want to make sure to take care of the units up there and then take down these hybrids down here. Hybrids are really nasty. They hit hard, they have a lot of health, and they have a lot of shields. Okay, once that hybrid is done for, I'm going to go back. I'm going to send just a couple of units down to finish off that power cell. It'd be really nice if I had quite a bit more, you know, I had a bigger income and I had a more constant income. It just, I spawn a bunch of units, the resources disappear, and then I forget about the resources. It's important to just, it would be very ideal if when you're playing this mission that you make use of your resources at all times. It would be really effective for you to just have 0 minerals and like 1,000 gas. There's just going to be a huge surplus of gas this mission because you don't have anything that really requires a lot of gas. But it'd be ideal if you kept your mineral count at about 0 the whole time. From just as soon as you have some minerals, you make another unit, you make another unit. That's really effective. And as you can see, what I was talking about earlier, I just have a pure stalker army. So I guess I forgot that I actually did end up just doing this for this playthrough.
For the reckoning, we let our enemy know our fury.
Okay, so now this is going to be a really nasty attack. There's going to be Nidus worms and warp prisms coming from all directions.
Carries the seeds of my victory.
So you're going to have 2 Nidus worms right in the center here. You're going to want to make sure to focus those down right away.
Warriors, strike them down. We are not defeated yet.
Okay, you can see I'm doing a little microing. I already cleared this stuff out because I put my units in the correct positions. And then I'm going to clear out this Nidus worm. Because I had played through this mission before, I knew that this was coming. And if you watch this playthrough, you will as well. But if you don't know about this, those surprise attacks will literally defeat you. It's so hard to come back when your units are not in the correct position. And as you can see right here, I am trying to defend on both sides. Ultralists on one side, Immortals on another. What are you supposed to do against that? Especially when you don't have Immortals or anything stronger. There's no Archons, no Colossi. The only units you have are Zealots and Stalkers. What a difficult mission this one is.
State thy bidding. Intriguing.
Okay, so now at this point I'm kind of contemplating which way I should go. I don't know if I should go for the left power cell first, or if I should go for the right power cell, or the very bottom one, that is. And then I see a couple more mineral patches, so those are some more mineral patches. Remember that. Every single ounce of minerals that you can get is very important once again. And then this is where I'm going to make a really drastic move. You're going to see that there's going to be some really nasty attacks that go for my base. And I just don't have enough resources left to take care of that. So I'm going to make a sacrifice here at the end of this mission. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going all in. I'm going to give up my base and I'm going to go for the objectives. because of the difficulty of this mission and how many units are at this final point, I would advise doing the same method that I do. It may sound cheesy and you may not like it, but I found this way to be the most effective. It'll save you some time too. If you don't do this mission like this, I'm sure you could probably beat this mission with better microwing skills and still keep your base. And if you're a little bit more prepared. But because there's just so many units, for the average Joe, or just if you want to complete the mission faster, it's better to just sacrifice your base at the end here. Keep your micro up with these stalkers and just focus on your army. I'm going to contemplate going back for this, but then I think I realize that no, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop this. Yes, once they start attacking me from both sides, no, I can't do it anymore. Try to spawn as much as I can, and I'm just going to go for it. I'm actually going to bring all of my probes down here for tanks as well.
Very well.
And then when you're doing this, you're going to want to go in the back of this. Some of the units will come back and try to defend this power cell, but you can avoid the majority of what is defending here if you just go towards the bottom. And once again, when you're fighting carriers, you're going to always want to make sure to just focus straight on that carrier, not go for its fighter jets. Or whatever they're called. Okay, now you get this power cell, you're going to aggro a couple more units here. Make sure you do attack, move, microing. Oh, no, I didn't bring my probes down for this part. I forgot about that.
We're almost finished, Hierarch.
Okay, so if you want to survive this mission, you need to have a structure kept alive.
The end to the cycle of
So I'm going to avoid the rest of the defenses and units that are at the top part of that bottom base or power cell, and I'm going to go straight around. And here's what saves me. I spawn that pylon. That's what keeps me alive. If you lose all your structures, you lose the mission. And because you have so many stalkers, which you should at this point, you can just micro in here and kill this last power cell. It doesn't matter. Now, it may seem like this is very ineffective, but if you have enough stalkers, you can literally pull that off every time.
Power transfer completed.
And you save yourself time.
Adun is ready to depart.
All firstborn freed from Amon aboard face.
So I hope this replay was helpful for everyone. Give me a comment if you think that was a cheesy way of doing things, or if you think that was really cheap. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, everyone, and my next video will be the normal mode achievements. I'll show you how to beat this mission in under 15 minutes. Thanks for watching.